Welcome to the Daily Business and Finance Show. Legacy automakers scramble to counter existential threat from nimble Chinese EV makers, while a 50 BP rate cut could spur dramatic yield curve bull steepening and hurt stocks, according to economists. Nvidia fades as OpenAI soars, prompting a reassessment of the AI boom amid skepticism about AI PC demand from New Street Research. Gold continues its ascent towards $3,000 as analysts weigh in on its potential. Trending stocks this week show market resilience after a sell-off, with DirecTV and Dish in merger talks once again, according to Bloomberg. Rocket Lab emerges as the top industrial gainer of the week, while Rentokil drops following a profit warning. In healthcare news, Pfizer's therapy succeeds in mid-stage trials for cancer-related weight loss. Stay tuned after this short ad break to learn more. Tesla's rise spurred traditional automakers to boost electric vehicle production, aiming to outpace startups. Now, facing fierce competition from Chinese EV makers like NIO and BYD, Ford CEO Jim Farley is rethinking strategies. Legacy automakers are cutting EV targets and delaying projects amid rising costs and market pressures.
The Federal Reserve will decide next week on its first interest rate cut in 4 years. Interactive Brokers senior economist suggests a 25 basis point cut is ideal. Odds of a 50 basis point cut rose to nearly 50%. The S&P 500 had its best week this year, rising 4%.
OpenAI is reportedly in talks for a $6.5 billion funding round, valuing the AI startup at $150 billion, up from $86 billion in February. Nvidia's stock surged over 180% this year, but has since stagnated. Analysts remain bullish, though some caution about potential overvaluation and future growth challenges.
Intel and Advanced Micro Devices expect AI PCs to drive growth, but early demand is lower than expected, says New Street Research. Despite optimism for a boost from the Windows 10 end-of-life event, PC shipments are flat in 2024. AMD gained market share while Intel's declined.
Gold futures hit a record high for the 34th time this year, driven by monetary easing and a tight U.S. presidential race. Analysts predict gold could reach $3,000 per ounce by mid-2025 due to potential interest rate cuts and strong demand. Gold settled at $2,581.30 per ounce on Friday.
Wall Street saw gains across major indexes last week. The S&P 500 rose 3%, the Dow Jones Industrial Average increased by 1.8%, and the Nasdaq Composite jumped 4.7%. Key stocks included Oracle, up over 14% on strong Q1 results, and Summit Therapeutics, surging over 98% after a successful lung cancer trial.
AT&T and TPG Capital are in talks to merge DirecTV with EchoStar's Dish, aiming to create the largest U.S. pay-TV provider. Previous merger attempts were blocked by the Justice Department. Discussions are early, and no agreement is reached yet. AT&T declined to comment on speculation. Dish did not respond.
The Industrial Select Sector SPDR Fund ETF rose 3.72% last week, while the SPDR S&P 500 Trust ETF climbed 4.1%, driven by expectations of a Federal Reserve interest rate cut. Rocket Lab USA surged 28.4%, and Vertiv increased by 19.49%. Rentokil Initial dropped 18.98% after issuing a profit warning.
Pfizer announced that its experimental therapy, ponsegromab, for cachexia, a fatal cancer-related wasting condition, met the primary endpoint in a Phase 2 trial. The monoclonal antibody increased body weight after 12 weeks of subcutaneous therapy. Pfizer plans to discuss late-stage development with regulators, aiming for registration-enabling studies in 2025. Thanks for tuning into the Daily Business and Finance Show. Stay informed, stay ahead. Catch us tomorrow for more insights and updates on the financial world. I'm Montgomery Jones.
And I'm Amalia Dupre. See you later, until tomorrow comes around. This content is sourced from the Seeking Alpha website, so support our podcast by becoming a Seeking Alpha Premium subscriber. See the show notes page for links to sign up. This episode is produced by Classic Studios. This podcast provides information only and should not be construed as financial or business advice. Check out our other podcasts in our network at classicstudios.com.